Well, I'd like to welcome back again Joan Milliman, who is here with the Roberts Rules Study Club. And coming up this Saturday will be their monthly meeting, and we'll tell you all about that in just a moment. Great to have you here today.
Thank you. It's nice to be here. I just want to let everybody know that everybody's invited to these meetings, and especially new board members and officers and of the boards and clubs and anybody who's curious about parliamentary procedure.
Yeah.
So it's lots of fun, actually.
And October 12th, which is Saturday, over at the Towers Key Club at 9 o'clock.
9 o'clock, and this Saturday, Bud Lazar is going to present to us a chapter on the motion, the main motion, which is how we get business done.
Yes.
In our groups, and it comes from. He's using a book, as you already told everybody.
Yes.
The Complete Idiot's Guide to Parliamentary Procedure. It sounds funny, but it's written by a great parliamentarian, Jim Slaughter.
Okay.
And Jim is parliamentarian for several school boards and universities, and he's really, really sharp. He's a lawyer as well.
Yeah.
So.
Well, all those books, the Idiot's Guides, and they do have them for everything.
Idiot's Guide.
They're really very good. You know, they make it so it's very easy.
They break it down so you can really understand, and that's what we do. We used to go through the entire book of Robert's Rules, which is 700 some pages, as you know, in a year, and start over again the next year.
Yeah.
Oh boy.
So one of the topics here, as you said, a main motion introduces business.
Business, whatever it is, whatever you're going to do, you have to have a motion. And there's certain rules about the main motion. I'm going to skip down to that. A main motion has to be, only one of them can be on the floor at a time.
Okay.
You can't say, I move to do so-and-so, and somebody seconds it. Then somebody else says, I move to do so-and-so. Won't work.
Yeah.
So the whole routine is somebody makes a motion, but before you can make a motion, the chair has to recognize you. The latest thing I heard in one group was somebody said, I move and someone else seconded, and the chair hadn't even recognized them.
Yeah.
And that way, there's no motion, really. So anyway, the motion has to be seconded. That is, somebody says, a second, I agree, let's do it. Then the chair has to restate it and put the motion in front of the board or the group. If they don't state it, it's not legal.
Oh, really?
Oh, really? And this is something our boards, all of us, have to get used to. Most main motions are debatable. People can discuss them, and they can change them, amend them. And then usually the vote is a majority vote to pass. Pass the motion. You want to avoid such things as things not to do. You don't want to make a motion not to do something because it's confusing.
Yeah, that is it. That would be. I can understand that.
I move we will not bathe the cat on Friday.
Yeah.
You should say, I move to deny bathing the cat on Friday. That way you can vote for it. And it's some way to make it clear.
And besides, cats don't like to be bathed
Cats hate to be bathed, yeah. And you avoid a motion that reaffirms something that's already approved.
Okay.
You know, you don't say, and there are other motions that are out of order, such as anything that's against the law or against even your bylaws, that sort of thing. Try not to make motions that conflict. Right. And the chair should be sharp enough to say, oops, that's out of order. We can't do that.
Yeah. So as far as, what this really is just maintaining order above everything else, as Robert's Rules is. But if you don't follow these simple procedures, you can get bogged down.
Right. Here in the village, most of our resolutions are motions. And a resolution here deals with something about policy that was changing or about expenditures. So they have to have resolutions for those things. And a resolution is a little different from a regular motion in that there's a preamble, whereas this and whereas that and whereas this, and then the motion is, now therefore, be it resolved that, and that's the resolution.
Okay.
So you'll see long statements about why we're doing this.
Yes.
That's all the whereases. And then the resolution itself is
Okay.
the motion. So that's kind of what the
Interesting.
main motion's all about.
Yeah.
We have other main motions that are not the original main motion. An original one is new business. But even our resolutions are what we call a, well, they're kind of an incidental motion. Incidental seems like it's trite. Well, it's not.
Yeah.
It's something we're familiar with, something we're working with. It's incidental to our work.
Okay.
So is that important to know? No, except that if you don't want to discuss something, you can't stop it if it's already in the works. For example, if it's new business, then you can object to discussing of that new business if it's silly or
Yeah.
that kind of thing. But you can't do that with something we've already been working on. You can't not
Okay.
discuss something that
Yeah,
is in the
interesting.
works, like committee reports, and you want to approve the committee's recommendations. You can't object to discussing this.
Okay.
You have to do it.
Yeah.
That's okay. That's why we make the distinctions.
Obviously, you can choose not to discuss it,
Yeah.
but the point is you can't stop it.
Anyway, Bud Lazar is going to go through this whole thing on Saturday, so we're looking forward to it.
Okay.
And he's going to have to put up with questions from the group because they always ask pointed questions for them.
Well, that's part of it, and that's
all part of the challenge.
yeah, it is. And if somebody wants to pick up the book, The Complete Idiot's Guide to Parliamentary Procedure by Jim Slaughter, you can obviously find that on Amazon.
You get it online.
Yeah, you may not get it.
You
Well,
get it
you
on
could get a Kindle, and then you will have it.
Then you
Yeah.
have it, and it's pretty easy. I have it in Kindle and
Yeah, that would be my
hard copy.
suggestion. Most of
Yeah.
my books now are Kindle.
I've got hundreds in the
Yes.
cloud.
All right, so this is Saturday, October 12th at the Key Club at the Towers at 9 o'clock, and you are certainly invited to attend and learn more about Robert's Rules.
It's guaranteed that you're going to learn something you didn't know about
That's true.
parliamentary procedure.
All right.
And it's fun. Thanks,
I certainly
Ken.
have. Thank you.
Thank you
Good
so
to see you,
much. I
John.
appreciate it.
We'll be right back.